It appears that we are live. It is your main man T with Arizona Writers Club. How is everybody doing? Let me just make sure that everything is good to go. Give me one quick second. There we are. Y'all hear that? What's up? Good to go. All right, we're good to go. Yeah. Hey. All right. So we are going to put a let's put a link in the chat just in case anybody wants to join. Let's invite a guest. There we go. All right. So if you want to join, hit that link in the chat and we'll bring you on up. We can have this conversation together. All right. Give me one quick second, team. I will be right back. All right, and we're back. Let's just make sure everything is tip top shape and we will get this show on the road. All right, team. Today we are going to be talking about automotive industry and automotive news. What's going on in the auto industry? It is 2026. We're looking to make a lot of bread. We're looking to get into some of these newer vehicles to test drive them, and we're also looking to build the brand. Remember, it's Arizona Writers Club com to go get all your saucy swag merchandise. We've got the hoodies, we've got the shirts, we've got the slides, we got the hats, and be on the lookout for the new shoes. We may be coming with the shoes soon. I'm thinking to get back into the t-shirts, maybe improve the quality. It's not bad quality. I just want to bring it up a little bit, as well as I always do the 100% cotton. So people have asked me to come up with more synthetics and other materials because they prefer it. So yeah, I always listen to the fans. Unlike the auto industry and auto manufacturers, T always listens to the customers, consumers, and my riders. So let's go. All right, team. We are on Motor Trend today. What's going on? Our year-long review, Mazda CX-70 has left us. We are not sad. Now, that is funny. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. CX-70, never got an opportunity to actually drive one. I think I'm not sad either, so I'm indifferent. I really never got into one, but if I get my hands on one, I'll definitely give you a review and let you know what I think. It's back. Wait, it's back. There we go. Ram Wild 2027 TRX packs 777 horsepower to flex on Ford's Raptor R. All right, guys. Everybody knows I'm a Dodge man. Looks like somebody's in the house. Leave me a comment. Hit the like button. Do you want to join? If you want to join the conversation, hit that link in the chat and I'll bring you up. We can talk about it. All right. So let's take a look at what's going on with this 777 horsepower. Oh, Demon's valve train on it. All right. I do like the fact that they are starting to put more performance into the pickups, into the trucks. Um, the some of the show trucks, trophy trucks, uh, Ford had was whooping ass, putting boot to ass. And so I'm glad that Dodge has turned around. Started kind of with their no, they had the TRX for a while. They had the Dodge Trackhawk. They've got another SUV. I think it's a Durango, right? If I'm not wrong. Yeah, but they have a few that they're starting to throw some performance parts at, and I really like it. Hey, you can't go wrong with more power. All right, let's see what they're talking about. TRX timing has been clarified. 2026. No DNA sampling from insects in amber. Existing SRT Hellcat supercharged V8 hardware. Some of the lessons learned in getting the 5.7-liter V8 to talk to the new DT generation Ram's latest Atlantis electrical architecture. Seems like they're having some problems there. Legal gas half-ton pickup truck ever. 777 horsepower. The 2027 Ram SRT Hellcat TRX. Yeah, I got to get my hands on this thing. 680 pound-feet of torque. Looks pretty good up under that hood. Reduced induction restriction by 18%. Red block engines from the Red Eye Superstock and the Demon, so they could rev the new TRX engine faster than the previous one. Jagoda wouldn't specify a red line, but expect something between 6,100 RPM, and the old one did 6,500 RPM. Demon turns. Woof. This thing is powerful. Bump in torque from 650 to 680. Looks like the TRX output ratings eclipse those of its closest brand F competitor by 57 horsepower and 40 pound-feet of torque. That torque. All right. Performance claim 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. And it's about zero point 0.1 ahead of the 720 horsepower Ford F-150 Raptor R. Route to a speed of 118 miles per hour. That's pretty big, guys. Hey, what's up, team? If you joined in, we're just talking about cars. Let's talk cars. If you want to join the conversation, don't have to be on camera, but I do have to see your face. Hit that link and load up with us, ride with us, man. Trying to have a conversation with people. Right now, we're discussing this brand new TRX, 777 horsepower Ram SRT Hellcat TRX. Thing looks mean. All right. Let's keep going. So its biggest competitor is that Raptor. I want to see these things go head to head. Are any of you interested in going to Baja? It's always been one of my dreams. I definitely want to get out there, go check it out. What do you guys think? You trying to get out to Baja? And if you don't know, it is that race through Mexico, where all these fast trucks race. Somewhat dangerous for the driver, not for the spectator. But I heard it's an absolute party as well along the way. So maybe I can get out there somehow. All right, so let's take a look at some of the most important information about this 2027 Ram SRT Hellcat TRX. All right, it's at $102,000. Let's talk about this for a quick second, people. Yeah, I don't care. People, especially in the auto industry, there's so many lemmings that have come in and said, well, if you have a performance vehicle, it has to be expensive, it has to be unreliable, it has to be this, it has to be that. When did we get to the point of consumers that we are just letting these companies do whatever they want? Fight back. Today, we fight back. $102,000 is way too expensive for this car. Yes, it's 777 horsepower. Yes, it's 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Yes, it drops the panties from 0 to 3 seconds. We all know that, all right? Yes, we're overcompensating. Big Trucks Volume 6. Ride with us. Either way, $102,000 is too expensive for this car. What would I put it at? I think it's about $25,000 too high. Me personally. Front engine, four-wheel drive, five pass, four-door truck, 6.2 liters, 777 horsepower, 680 pound-foot, supercharged overhead valve, 16 valve V8. It's making me shake right now. 8-speed automatic. Looks like it weighs about 6,750 pounds. Wheelbase, length, width, height, 0 to 60, 3.5 seconds. EPA City, 10, 14, 12. EPA range 396 on tank, and it's gonna be on sale summer of 2026. So what? May? Are we talking May, June? Bad boy coming through. Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. I will try to get into one of these things so I can give you a review. Let's keep it going though. 2026 Nissan car lineup, a new Sentra, a Rad Special Edition Z. Let's take a look. Guys, I've always liked Nissan. I've always been a Nissan fan. One of my first cars, well, actually my second car was the SER, Nissan SER, Sentra. It was amazing car. Drove that thing till the wheels fell off, and I'm not lying to you. You heard? They're just dependable, man. They're dependable, they're economical, good gas mileage, and once you start getting up there, they start getting fast. So let's see what Nissan has to offer for 2026. We got a new Nissan Versa. Mm, wait a minute. Is this true? Sole remaining subcompact sedan on sale in the United States has been discontinued. Production of the Nissan Versa ends in December 2025. Budget conscious drivers should look to the new Sentra or Kicks subcompact SUV as the more affordable Nissan models. But the starting price for each of those is about 5,000 Versa. Okay, I just on that. All right, what else do we have? Nissan Sentra. Yeah, I like me a Sentra. So what? Economical. You're doing any kind of driving, Uber Eats, DoorDash, delivery, Postmates. This thing is going to be money for you. All right, let's keep it going. 12.3-inch touchscreen, 2.0 liter four-cylinder, CVT automatic. Guys, I don't like CVT transmissions. That's just me personally, but I don't think the Nissan has too many problems with it. I know there's a few models that do, but I'm not a fan. But hey, let's see where this goes. Okay, although there was speculation, 2026 Nissan Altima. That's good. What else do we have here? 2026 Nissan Z. I like the way that thing looks. It's a flashback. 1990s nostalgia. Nissan introduces a heritage edition package for the Z sports car, offered only on the performance trim. It specs bronze 19-inch ray wheels, matching bronze side stripping, a carbon fiber rear spoiler, wearing a retro twin turbo badge. 2026 Z Heritage Edition gets unique door sills and floor mats that honor the iconic Z32 300ZX from early 90s. Yeah, that thing looks bad. I like it. I love when they go retro, guys. It's just me personally. Maybe a soft spot for some of these cars that I grew up with. But let's be honest, they also look bad. They also look real bad. Let's go. All right, offer Boulder Gray. Guess what, guys? Godzilla's back. 2024 needs. Wait, what? In case you forgot, R35 generation Nissan GTR ceased production after 2024. Marathon run from its '07 introduction. Nissan keeps hinting it will make a successor, its iconic sports car, but what it'll look like, how it will be powered, and when it might arrive remain unknown. Guys, this totally changed the game. Corvette took a piece out of Nissan's book. You had all of these guys who were super successful, and I don't downplay people who like the exotics, right? Because I like exotics, right? I love exotics. But when Nissan came out with this car, and I believe it was like 60 grand when it dropped, this thing was taking on cars that were 5 times its price, six, seven, 8 times its price. This absolutely changed the game for individuals who loved cars, right? You could finally get that supercar feel for an affordable price. Now, their latest renditions, I believe, are up towards 150, almost $200,000. So, you know, someone put their hand in the cookie jar on that one. But when it first dropped, Godzilla was a bad machine. I remember being out at drag strips. I remember being out at races. I remember being out at sideshows. I remember being out at park and chills and everyone just going absolutely ape for this. And to this day, I've got to give respect. My salute goes out to the Nissan GTR. I will always have a lot of respect for this car. All right, 2026 Nissan car lineup. We got the Versa's discontinued, the Sentra's redesigned, the Altima is unchanged, and the Nissan Z had minor updates. And they just threw in the GTR just to, I guess, keep us going. I have no idea. Hey, how you doing? It looks like someone just joined. Leave me a comment. If you want to jump on, let's have a conversation if you like cars. We're just going through some of the latest automotive news out there. Um, Let me know if you want to talk, but I'll keep going. By the way, my name is T with Arizona Riders Club. Please ride with us. All right, let's see. 2027 Ram Power Wagon Diesel is a 10-ton towing off-roader. Guys, everybody know T's needs at some point T has to pull a house off the hinges. All right. So we need torque and we need towing capacity. Let's see what this thing has. Power Wagon launched 1945, World War II. They're giving us a little bit of history back in 1989. 2027 Ram Power Wagon Diesel will finally right that long wrong as part of Ram's Freedom of Choice product initiative. Guys, it's getting crazy out here. We can't even buy a vehicle that can tow, right? They're trying to change everything into electric vehicles, and we're not going for it. Me and all my riders, we're gonna fight this to the end because we're gonna need some tow capacity here and there, right? All right. Telling us about the long wait. The diesel is no longer than the V8, so the factory wrenched pepped up bumper won't fit. Turbos, intercooler, and plumbing causes packaging problems. The bulky diesel flights for space and anti-roll bar disconnect gizmos, and the front locking differential. The diesel weighs a lot more than the V8, which would adversely affect the Power Wagon's rock crawling agility. Well, it sounds like this is more for towing capacity than it is off-roading. So, what are we talking about here? There's generally a mission mismatch between softly sprung off-road suspensions and a diesel pickup's traditional payload towing mission. Yeah. Hello. Okay, they're telling us about the Power Wagon diesel. We don't care about Canada. Power Wagon diesel hardware. Let's get into it. Engine output 430 horsepower at 1,075 pound-foot turning through a beefed up 8-speed automatic transmission running the same gear ratios, though spinning a taller 3-4-2-1 axle ratio. Gassers run 373, I'm sorry, 373-1 or 410-1. All right, look at that, 430 horsepower, but 1,000 pound-feet of torque. We're pulling something. Let's see here. Horizontal Bilstein 5100 unit that connects differential longitudinally. That's hard to say. Longitudinally. All right, what else do we have? 34 millimeter diameter to manage the higher torque, up to nearly 3,000 and 20,000 pounds respectively. The 2027 Power Wagon Diesel offers an automatic leveling rear air suspension. And while gas power wagons wear 285/70 R17 tires, the diesel upsizes its footwear to 20-inch tires of unspecified dimensions other than they supposedly pencil out to 34-inch outer diameters. Beefy. Ground clearance, approach angle, ramp breakover, departure angles. It's really nice interior. Got some navigation going on, middle console. I love how they put that big tablet in the middle. Uh, Looks like we have some buttons. I hate the fact that we're going away from buttons. They're functional. They're reliable. You know, these touch screens are gonna freak, especially I'm out here in Arizona. Guys, it gets to 130, 140 um, degrees in your car. What do you think that does to a tablet? All right. 4x4, 6 foot 4, 20 inch. How much is it? 2027 Ram Power Wagon diesel starts at $88,000. That's a 12,000 premium over the base V8 Power Wagon, about what the diesel costs across other Ram 2500 models. Too much. Yeah, it's too expensive. Again, I think this is probably 15,000 more than it needs to be, but we all know that they're giving us no love until we start voting with our wallets, people. This is going to continue, right? And I don't want to hear about inflation. I don't want to hear about this is just the sign of the times. You know what I'll do? I'll go and buy a car that's 4 or 5 years old to prevent me losing equity in the vehicle, losing value in the vehicle, getting a better price on the vehicle, right? It's okay. I mean, hey, I'll get a used vehicle for much less. And I've heard horror stories about people going into these getting a $90,000 truck, wanting to get something new in 2 years and being 30,000 dollars under on it. It's just crazy to me. But I grew up with depression babies, so I'm more of a cash option, pay it off option type of person. That's just me personally. Ownership is very important to me, and that's why in 2026 I intend to invest in myself and create more ownership for myself. I just feel more comfortable that way. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Are you more of a payments type of person, finance lease type of person, or are you more of a cash money? Yeah. All right. Base price 88,000. Layout front engine, four-wheel drive, 5 to 6 pass, four-door truck, 6.7 liter, 430 horsepower, 1,075 pound-foot, turbo diesel, overhead valve, 24 valve, inline six. Wait a minute. This is an inline six? That's probably why it's only 430 horsepower. Yep. Yep. Yeah, they should have did a V8 with this. That's crazy. 8 speed automatic, 8,300 pounds. Okay, you got the wheelbase, the length, the width, and the height. 0 to 60 in 6.6 seconds. Not rated for the EPA city highway. Not rated for the EPA range. They said you're getting 2 miles a gallon on this thing. Well, what would you expect? I mean, it's a huge. Well, actually, no, it's an i6. So it should be decent gas mileage, and it's a diesel. So yeah, maybe I went too far too quick. Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's see. Let's keep it rocking. Uh, that's it. That's it, guys. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I need to get my hands on that. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? It's back. Auto industry was wild in 2025. Did all of this really happen? We got the autonomous driving mode lighting. I think I already went through that. I went through most of this. We went through the V dub. So not much going on, guys. Yeah, Mazda. Best disappointing car. Oh, let's see. This is a pretty good one. The best and most disappointing cars we drove in 2025. All right, let's see. Best Ferrari 296 Speciale. A Speciale. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Italian, right? Maybe. Did I just what is it called? Stereotype? Man, look at me. It's 2026. I thought we were past that, T. All right, let's see. Yeah, that thing looks good. Looks really, really good. Ferrari has rarely ever made an ugly car. I think there's two. I think there's two ugly Ferraris. The SUV that they just recently came out with is ferocious, horrendous. I put atrocious and horrendous together. Ferocious. All right. And then there was another one, a real old one. Okay. Most disappointing was the Chevrolet Silverado EV Trail Boss. Let's see why. Wow. And I like my Chevys, guys. I don't know why they're going hard on the Chevy. Let's find out. 2 years ago, plucky little pickup called the Colorado Trail Block. Okay, guys, let's get into it, huh? We should have known something was up when we saw the spec list. It was more sizzle than steak. With comfort and convenience features, but few off road improvements, still, we were woefully disappointed to see the Trail Boss was nearly as lousy as every other Silverado EV we've taken off road, failing miserably on the very same off road trails where the Colorado Trail Boss dazzled us. Wow. Looks like they took that bad boy off road and. Wah, 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 woo. All right, best Chinese Neo cars. All right, guys, I don't think that we can have these cars here. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but the Chinese cars, you don't see any of these on the road here. So I don't know if it's just the specs. It's not rated to where we can get these things over here, but there's no reason to even talk about them. Disappointing. Oh no, the 2025 Infinity QX60 for real. I once had high hopes for Nissan and Infinity's technically fascinating variable comprehension ratio VC turbo engine, but it continuously disappointed us when connected to continuously variable transmission. CVT transmission, guys. Our hopes were raised again when it was finally teamed up with a proper 9 speed automatic, but it again disappointed with our linear laggy acceleration. Now, Infinity has glued a sports badge on it, setting this QX60 up for most certain disappointment among enthusiasts. Sure enough, it delivered a curiously languid launch that was mysteriously made even more so by employing the time honored pedal overlap brake torque technique. Our best result came by simply flat footing the go pedal, which resulted in leisurely 7.4 seconds, 0 to 60 mph time. The final nail in the coffin was QX60's ill programmed sports mode and its peculiar penchant for tram lining on flat, rain grooved freeways. Frank Marcus, wow. Tell us how you feel, boy. Best 2025 Porsche 911 Carrera T. Team Porsche. We already know there's not too much that needs to be said about a 911, guys. Let's just keep going. Disappointing 2026 Buick Enclave. What's up with Buick, guys? Like, they haven't done anything to wow us lately. Yo, bring back the Regal, but bring it back right. Bring back the Skylark, but bring it back right. Bring back the Park Avenue? No, I think that might be Oldsmobile, right? I'm not sure. But there's a couple of cars that you guys can bring back or redo and get this Buick badge, Buick brand back on top, guys. The Enclave, never been in it. Here's the thing, guys, and I'm stuttering right now. I need to start getting in more cars. I was focused on trying to get vehicles that would impress people, right? That would impress me, right? Me being number one. But I'm starting to realize that there's so many fly vehicles out there, so many average vehicles that the average person wants. And there's nothing wrong with being average, team. Some of my best sells, some of my highest grossing cars that I've sold have been normal, everyday cars. Once I start getting into the exotics, or not even exotics, because I've only had one exotic, but once I start getting into the higher end luxury cars, it's so much harder to sell, guys. So we're gonna do a video pretty soon on what the best bang for your buck is if you're trying to get into flipping cars. All right. So that'll be coming soon. But Buick Enclave is the worst, huh? Wow. Best 2026 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. Do I need to really say anything about this, guys? It looks like a spaceship. They've got new colors for it. And if you think you're going to smoke me in something like this, you got problems, chico. All right. Looks like somebody just joined me. We're having a conversation about cars. Hopefully you're into cars. Looks like they're not because they just left. Let's keep going. All right. I'll keep my mouth shut. let's say more C8 Corvette ZR1 might easily be the best ZR1 Chevrolet's ever built. Disappointing. 2025 Toyota GR Corolla Automatic. Little hatchback, guys. Uh, Pocket size turbocharged. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay. Best Cadillac Escalade IQ. Placing this among the best cars I've driven all year is a pretty big no duh moment, given we named this thing our 2026 SUV of the year. But it wasn't an SUV OTY judge and hadn't so much as sat in one of the staff made the selection. So I was eager to give the IQ a go myself. All right. They're saying that Cadillac Escalade IQ SUV, Cadillac Vistic. I've seen a few of these on the road. They look decent. Disappointing. Lucid Gravity Grand Touring. Lucid trying to jump into the SUV game. 828 horsepower Gravity Grand Touring. Easily one of the best driving SUVs I've ever experienced, but the beautifully balanced chassis, stomach scrunching torque, and scorching fast charging performance are wasted if owners can't drive the damn thing. Just like the Air sedan that came before it, the Gravity has been plagued by infuriating software bugs, including one where it routinely fails to recognize a key is present. Lucid is now rushing out over the air updates to fix the most maddening problems, but the company still hasn't explained why it only identified these glaring issues after pissing off its most enthusiastic customers. All right, so we've got some software glitches here in that Lucid Gravity Grand Touring. Best Gunther Works Porsche 911 Turbo and 2026 Ford Mustang GTD. Guys, come on. We know that both of those cars are going to be awesome. Disappointing Jeep Cherokee. Jeep, I don't think they've ever been really good. What's up, people? What's up, team? If you guys want to have a conversation with me, I put a link in the chat. You're welcome to jump in. We're just talking about automotive industry news. If you like cars and you want to have a conversation about it, first give me a thumbs up, hit that link, and I'll join you in. Jeep, I don't think they've ever been a really good car company, to be honest with you. Now, they had a cult following because of the off-road section of it, right? Now, they tried to branch out and make regular SUVs and stuff like that, but they just the quality of Jeeps have never been there, right? And they need to make their vehicles more reliable. Now, it's hard to find out how reliable you're ever going to be able to make a Jeep, especially if you're taking it off road, right? You're going to have parts that are constantly breaking. But not everyone is doing hardcore rock climbing. Not everyone is doing hardcore mud bogging. Some people are just going off on a trail and going fishing. Some people are just going off on a small trail and going hiking. So, the reliability in these Jeeps, it's not there. It's not there at all. So until they get that fixed, I don't think that they're going to be as successful as they actually could be. Here's one Honda Civic Hybrid, best 2025. It's only $34,000. As a bonus, this car is legitimately fun to drive. It's low end power enhancing, the tight and fairly direct steering. Guys, Honda Civics, Honda Accords aren't going anywhere ever. All right, best Ford Maverick. Good to see that Ford made a mid-sized truck and it's doing well. I'd like to get my hands on one of these, get in there, see how it does. That Maverick looks decent too. The short bed. I mean, even though it is a mid-size, why am I talking in third person again, guys? I have work to do, so I need a little bit of a bigger bed. Now, I'm not sure if the window rolls down or something like that. Maybe that could help you out, but typically I prefer a longer bed. But they're saying that they like it. All-wheel drive, little pickup there. Disappointing 2026 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Wow, I thought this one would do really, really well. Having just climbed out of the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid, which beat the Toyota handily on all the above and used Toyota parts to do it. Psh, tisk, tisk, tisk. 2025 Porsche Taycan Turbo GT Y6 Pack. Guys, come on, stop it. Disappointing. Oh, Big Nate. 2025 Lincoln Navigator was disappointing to you guys? What happened? No matter how hard I tried, I simply could not get comfortable in the driver's seat. After reading our three-way luxury SUV comparisons that included the Navigator, I learned it was the only one who had difficulty with the seat comfort in the Lincoln this year. In that comparison, the Navigator finished third to the Jeep Grand Wagoneer in second and the gas Cadillac Escalade in first. We noticed that the Lincoln was louder than the other two, offered a subpar ride quality, and didn't impress with the interior materials. Guys, are you expecting a big body SUV to be quiet? That doesn't make a lot of sense. I reserve the right to review this myself, and I'll bring it to you live and in color. Best 2025 Mercedes-AMG SL63 SE Performance. Guys, if you have a car titled that long, of course it's going to be good. 2.5 seconds, 0 to 60, guys. Knock it off. Disappointing Chevrolet Traverse. All right, that's one that I typically see out there, out and about. Best 2026 Aston Martin DBXS. Looks like a fun little car. 707 horsepower. You know it's a fun little SUV. All right, disappointing 2026 Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid. 7.9 seconds, 0 to 60. I don't think these are meant to be fast, guys. These are kind of like the off-road, camping, outdoors, nature, vature type of thing. Hey, what's up? Looks like somebody joined. How you doing today? My name is T with Arizona Writers Club. We are just having conversations about the auto industry. If you want to join the chat, hit the link. I'll bring you up. We can have a conversation. All right. 2023 Tesla Model Y long range. Long range. What is the range on this thing? 2025, 2023. What are we talking about? Why are you bringing up 2023? Out of it. 2026 Tesla Model Y premium all-wheel drive. Okay. It's their SUV version. Disappointing 2025 Alfa Romeo Tonale Veloce. Veloce. I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's keep going. Hyundai Ion Q6N. Why didn't you like this one? This era of the high performance EVs is nigh upon us, and one of the first automakers leading the electrified charge is Hyundai. I had a chance to drive the prototype version of the coming Ion Q 6 in sedan in Korea. It performed every bit as well as or better than the Ion Q5 with copious amounts of speed and power as well as impressive dance moves on the track. Oh yes, it's also what I leave off has a lot of electrified hijinks in the form of simulated powertrain that the 5N has only better. Add that to the fact that the Hyundai is rolling out slippery sports sedan and dying breed of vehicle. All right, so they've got that 2026 Hyundai Ion Q6N as one of the best cars for 2026, team. Let's see what else is going on. We're almost at 45 minutes here. I'll probably cut this short at 45 minutes. I got things to do. All right, let's see. Tested the 2026 Ram 1500 Warlock V8 cast a beguiling spell. Did we get it wrong about the 2025 Acura ADX at the SUV of the year? We lined up a 2006 Corvette Z06 against America's wildest tuners. Here's what survived. Hyundai Palisade hybrid interior review, the art of calligraphy. Yeah, that looks really, really clean. All right, guys, let's switch over. Switch over to iccars.com. I really like this website because it is not just surface level. It gives you industry news, which I use quite a bit. So I really, really like it. You guys should check it out. Excuse me. High supply of leftover inventory signals the best new cars for year-end deals. The 10 best and 10 worst times to buy a car. I already went through that. Buyer's remorse, the top 10 new cars owners resell in the first year. We went through that. Looks like they haven't updated a lot of their information. Come on, guys. Well, it is holiday season. People are probably away on breaks. Sometimes, we do get impatient. So, all All right, let's go back to Motor Trend, see what they got. Nissan Pathfinder is a chameleon with a cool phone charger. That is okay. We already talked about that new Z. We're excited for. Old Badge, new SUV. A tale of the 2026 Jeep Cherokee versus its XJ ancestor. All right, 2026 Nissan SUV lineup updates and changes. Let's see what's up. All right, let's see what's coming for 2026, team. Nissan Kick. All right, yeah, they changed that up a little bit. I don't know if I like it yet. I'd have to get next to it. 2026 Nissan Kicks. Messed up. Changed up the trim. The SV and the SR models equipped with new cold weather packages, heated seats. All right, I like that. Nissan Rogue. This actually looks a lot better. I actually have a Rogue for sale, y'all. If y'all want to get it, go to ArizonaRidersClub.com. You could check out all the specifications and get into this pre-owned vehicle. 2026 Nissan Rogue looks pretty good, guys. Doesn't look bad at all. All right, 2026 Nissan Rogue plug-in hybrid. I'd be all down for that. I'm looking to get into a hybrid pretty soon. I want to do a lot more driving, do more road trips, whether it be you know West Coast, up the West Coast, uh, down Southwest, all that good stuff. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm interested in getting Nissan Murano. Looks decent. Do you guys prefer the Murano or the Rogue? I think the Murano is a little bit better. Nissan Pathfinder. That looks tiny bit better. They need to do something with the back. The front looks decent. The back, I don't know. Nissan Armada, big boy, back out, back down. All right, the Armada Nismo. I'm interested. Inside the Armada Nismo goes snazzy with quilted leather upholstery accented by red microfiber. The front seats, da 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 da. 460 horsepower. V6 gains 35 horsepower. 3.5-liter twin turbo V6. Nah, guys, I need a V8. Sorry. If I'm towing, I want the 8. 2026 Nissan Leaf. Nice little car. Once a pioneering EV, the Nissan Leaf was eventually outpaced by rivals in range, tech, and performance, but the all-new 2026 Nissan Leaf aims to change that. Okay. Under the skin, Nissan equips the Leaf with a 75 kilowatt battery and a significant front motor making 214 horsepower, giving some trims about 300 miles of driving range, depending on wheels and equipment. All right, so looks like they upgraded it, updated it. The Nissan Ariya. I don't think I've ever heard of this. Won't be part of Nissan's SUV lineup as it was suspended after model year 2025. Why did you put it on here then? Oh, they're still making it outside of the US. Okay. Nissan Xterra. That looks pretty mean. I like that. Let's see what the specs look like. Okay, you're not going to tell us anything about it? Yeah, it looks good. Looks really good. Beefy tires on it. All right, so to file out, guys, we've got the Nissan Kick Play, which was discontinued. Why? This is ridiculous. Nissan Kicks, Nissan Rogue, Nissan Rogue plug-in hybrid, Nissan Murano, Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Armada, the Nissan Leaf, and the Ariya was discontinued. All right, team. It has been real as steel. It is T with Arizona Riders Club. For all of your merchandise needs, please go to ArizonaRidersClub.com. You can get all your merchandise for your pre-owned used vehicles. You can go to ArizonaRidersClub.com. And don't forget to check out all of our social medias ArizonaWritersClub.com, and ArizonaWritersClub.com. I'm sorry, Arizona Writers Club Travel. Again, that's Arizona Writers Club Travel for any of your vacation needs. So it's been real. I appreciate you joining us today. It's T with the Arizona Writers Club. You know the slogan, ride with us.